Hi, this is Jada Wu. I'm from China. I'm a producer and also I'm a director of China Film Foundation, Wu Tianming Film Fund for young parents.
Okay. So I guess first question, it's a bit inevitable. You saw King of Masks screening here. So how do you feel seeing the movie?
Um, it's been quite emotional day for last 3 days, I think. The opening was 2 days ago, and then we had a Q&A section with little children from the school, and today this morning too. So yesterday I felt very emotional when I saw all these children sitting in the audience section, and when they asked me all these cute and innocent questions, I just felt all of a sudden, I feel like I'm so emotional towards this because this is actually my first time, my personal experience ever screening the King of Mask in front of small children like this. I believe my father had been with similar age children when he was here. So all of a sudden, I felt a connection between, through with my father, through all these children, and also with the what the film wants to tell. I believe that they understood what the movie was about. Some might not understand Chinese tradition, but they might be able to understand some part of the theme. So it was amazing to see all these children coming to see the movie in France. This is something outside China. You're speaking with other people from different part of the world with a movie like this. So,
And how was it growing up with having Wu Tianming as your father? Was your life filled with movies and cinema?
um, well, of course, I think I'm lucky to have ever to have a father like him, and all these years being affected by his doing by his career, and also by his upbringing, and also feel pressured. Of course, very pressured because I have a father like tiny my head all the time. Um, so I think most of my life is are affected by him, especially now while he's already gone. But while he's not here with me, in my heart, he's always there. He's always watching me what I'm doing. Always sort of inspiring me for what I'm doing.
Okay. And tell me a bit about your work in Brightest Films. You're CEO there, right?
Yes,
Can you tell me a bit
we,
about the company?
we produce movies. We try to produce movies with artistic approach, also with um, commercial approach. So this is what we have been doing for the last 10 years. We produced, we actually sort of we were the pushing hand for my father's final film, Son of Phoenix, because when he left, he had a movie not distributed. Um, he had a movie left without distribution. When he was alive, he tried to find distribution for that movie. I don't know if you have ever seen the movies. It's similar theme with the King of Mask. It talked about the losing of traditional culture. But back then, this was more than 10 years ago. The distributors and also the movie theaters didn't think this movie would do well commercially in China, so he couldn't find distribution for the movie. So he had left with regret and not having seen the movie in the theater. So after he's gone, Mr. Feng Li, I don't know if you are familiar with him. Um, he just directed a documentary movie called The Sinking of Lisbon Maroon, which caused a very big hit in China. We just did an Oscar campaign for Lisbon Maroon 2 months ago in the US. So Mr. Feng Li helped me promoting the film, and it was I think the highest box office income for that kind of movie in that year. So we were really successful on promoting the film, and my company participated in that procedure, and we produced a couple of movies that's won big awards in China. Last year, we produced a movie called Beyond the Clouds, and also a movie just won the best film for low budget, medium budget from the Golden Rooster. It's called Another Day of Hope. It's very sharp and deep social issues. So this is the two movies I just did recent years. So that's what we do for our production company.
And regarding the funding, how does it work usually? Like
For the company, usually this is a producer's job. We usually work on the script, and we find a subject we want to do. We develop the script, and then we go log the director. We find the actor, and then we find the funding. Yes.
So you start from the script, not the
And sometimes I'm approached by other projects asking me to be the producer to help them to find the funding or to help them to get all the elements that are required to be attached to the film in order for them to find funding. So that's what a producer do in China. Yes.
And considering that right now China produces hundreds of movies every year, maybe 1,000. China produces hundreds of movies every year, maybe even 1,000. So how can you make your film stand out? Let's say how's the promotion work?
Very hard. It's a very complicated situation right now in China. You know, the marketing. It gets very messy. Even if you think you make a good movie, you think maybe your movie had won many awards, it doesn't mean that you could succeed in the commercial market. Because to sell a movie, there are promotional ways those distribution and PR company would do. They use all kinds of backhands to push for the promotion. They buy a lot of fake scores.
Okay.
So I don't know if this has happened with other country or in France. Is it okay or is it allowed for a PR company to buy things out? In the last few years, the market has been disturbed by this kind of marketing method. So we're having really big problem with it. But I think the government has noticed all these, and they start to clean up this kind of situation. Yeah.
And does having celebrities help?
Yes, of course. Yeah, the big stars.
Yes.
This is what the PR company usually tells you. If your movie doesn't have the so-called actors to support the PR, you can usually get just a little attention for your movie. For instance, what they do is they use Douyin, which is TikTok, equivalent TikTok in China. So Douyin is the only and the one sort of promotional platform to use for all these big budget movies. They spend a lot of money to buy out positions, to buy out spots. to give you what we call streaming. So they pay a lot of money for streaming to push the advertisement in front of your eyes, in front of average people's eyes. So that means that it requires a lot of promotion money budget for that. If a young director's movie just come out, if he doesn't have a lot of budget to promote, which means he'll have difficult time to have his movie succeed in the box office. Yes.
And I'm also curious, New Year's is one of the biggest markets, let's say. So how does one movie get a spot in that?
Oh my God, we don't know. It's just it's such a complicated thing. We're like yesterday, everybody celebrating the movie just achieved. I think it's 10 billion. Just achieved 10 billion box office. Scary.
Wow.
One single movie in one single market. We don't know how it gets here, but we're happy because for last year the movie industry is sort of we felt like it's falling, and it's just not good for everybody in the industry. But now, boom! All of a sudden the New Year's box office just like skyrocket like this, just one single movie. So we're celebrating it. We hope this year it will be better for all of us. But many companies lost their money too, lost their funding because for the New Year's spot, like in theater, you could only have 4 or 5 movies at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So these movies are fighting with each other big time, and they spend so much promotional money on this. The budgeting for PR. So it's just the fight of the budget. Who has more budget? Who can just get more attention from the audience. And then I think the animation film it got the word out because it's quality and everything. So.
Okay. And considering how big a market China is, does it make sense to also work on having the film screen abroad in festivals, let's say, or is it doesn't make sense anymore?
It help a little, but it doesn't give that much help. Yeah, usually the movies that's winning awards from outside China, A-list festivals, they will get attention, but usually they're more like lean towards art house movie. So usually the audience for that kind of movie are limited. So it's a limited audience, limited box office. Yes.
Okay. And also I wanted to ask, you also did War of Jin, am I pronouncing it correct? A lot of years ago, but this was shot in the Los Angeles.
That
US.
was a TV show.
Yeah. So how was that experience?
Oh no, that was when I was very young. I just came out of the school. I worked as a, I think, production assistant or location manager. It was a TV series.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, I shot my resume is not updated on IMDb. They mixed up my resume with other Jenna Wu, so it's all mixed up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you never acted, right? Because have you acted also?
Yeah, I've acted. I'm still, in my own movie. If they don't have anybody to cast, I will be the one maybe like acting for 1 or 2 days.
All right. So
yes.
How do you like acting?
It's cool. It's fun.
But you are actively searching for roles?
But producing is more fulfilling to me creatively. Yes. So
Okay.
that has always been my goal, to be a producer.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And also, can you tell me a bit that you are director of Wu Tianming Film Fund for Young Talents?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can
So the fund was formed after his passing away. I think it was formed in 2014, the end of 2014. Under China Film Foundation, it's the only non-profit film foundation in China. So we had been doing promotions for young talents, for people under 45, young directors, young producers, and young writers. That's what we have been doing, and we work with Cannes market since 2016. We work with them. We go to Cannes every year. So we have been helping these young filmmakers. We have been helping them to find their budget to make their movies, and we form a sort of like a platform for them to go find their fundings. We also promote for them. So our achievement has been, I don't know if you're familiar with young directors' work. Gu Xiaogang, who entered the Cannes, I think 4 years ago for the drawing of
Fortune Mountain.
yeah, Fusion Mountain, and also with the Wei Shujun, who's been entered in Cannes for I think 3 times. So they were sort of on our platform. We sort of help them, and we also hold master classes. We invite all big writers from outside China and also from local to teach all these young writers how to write their scripts. And we also bring producers outside China. We bring them to Cannes and put them in the producers workshop, and we promote their budget, their projects. Just it's a foundation, non-profit foundation to help all these young filmmakers to grow. Yeah, it's been 10 years. It's been running 10 years already.
But how does the funding for the fund work?
It gets more difficult right now because the economy has been, not so good after COVID. So we are not doing as much as we used to do, but we can still find some funding to do the things we do. It's just not as easy. And also before, with the box office income for Sonic Phoenix, we donate all the profit to this foundation, and we use the money to do the promotions and to support all the young filmmakers in the past maybe 9 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. And the last question, I guess, can you tell me a bit about your future projects, what your company, what will you work on next?
Oh yeah. For the foundation, we'll continue to do what we do, and this year we're going to be in Cannes too. We're doing the China Talents Going Global program. We have been doing this for the last 3 years. So we bring a couple of young filmmakers, upcoming young filmmakers movie to screen, to do a market screening in Cannes. And we also host China Pavilion in the International Village in Cannes. It's a bridge between China and the European filmmakers. So we host a lot of panel discussion, and we invite all the guests to come and to join us. We also host a China, night for during the Cannes. So it's just like events that we try to promote China films. Yes. And for my production company, we were trying to produce a couple of movies for this year. Yes.
And in general, let's say to make a gain, let's say to win some money with your production company, how many movies should you have, let's say, to make financial sense?
Usually, it takes about 2 years for a film to be ready and to find fundings. So within these 2 years, we do the script writing, and while we do the script writing, we sort of talk to the top actors or potential actors who fit for the role, and then sometimes we have a director, sometimes we don't. We'll go attach a director, and then we go find funding. So the process usually takes about 1.5 and 2 years. Yes. It's not an easy thing, you know.
It takes patience, I guess, being a producer.
Yeah, so you know, I manage Bright East. It's a company. We sort of focus on the combination of commercial success and also artistic success. But with my other company, I sort of participating in managing it. It's called Heaven Pictures. So this company had invested in many now very famous art house director around the world, like Bigan, like Li Ruijun, who just made a big hit calling Dust to Dust, or what's the yes. So we produce movie for them, and we invest movie for all these young filmmakers and also art house directors. So it's been going on for more than 14 or 15 years. So that's a different company for the art house. And then we have been having difficulties for that. But usually art house movie doesn't make money. If the economy is good, our boss has money to invest. But if the economy is falling, he has to stop investing.
Okay. Okay. Can you take days off working as a producer?
Yeah, I do. I have a very free time. I'm very free with my position.
Okay.
I can go anywhere I want.
Okay.
But I'm sort of like a workaholic. You know, usually I don't enjoy if I take days off for 3 days, I feel crazy inside. You know?
I feel the same. Well, okay, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.